Do you want to set up your very own $1 million business, or perhaps even a multi-million-dollar business? I want to share a few of the things that have been super hard and really harsh lessons, if I'm completely honest, that I learned on my way to 7 figures. So I built a 7-figure business very quickly. It took me a couple of years from launching Unstoppable Success back in 2015 to scale that to 7 figures. Now, what I learned along the way, the first big lesson that I learned is that what got you to 6 figures is not going to be the same thing that gets you to 7. So on my journey from 0 to 6 figures, which only took me 3 months to do, it was really, really messy. I was super in hustle mode. I was hardcore on doing all of the things all of the time. And I was really, really dialed in with getting on the phone with as many people as possible and selling as many coaching packages one-on-one as I possibly could. So that's what took me from 0 to 6 figures. And I realized that's just not going to work when it comes to getting to 7 figures, but I learned the hard way. So hopefully these tips that I'm sharing here can help you not make the mistakes that I did and help you get some insight into what it's really going to take to help you grow from 6 to 7. So I also found that this messiness came through my marketing, and I was just trying to do all of the things all of the time and hoping that something sticked. I was launching 4 different landing pages, freebies, ClickFunnels pages every single month. I was literally just putting everything out there. And once I got to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, I realized that I couldn't go on like this. I was feeling completely burned out. Everything was all over the place and it really wasn't systemized. So from 0 to 6 figures, you've kind of got a little bit of leeway. You've got a little bit of freedom and a little bit of space to be able to figure things out, to try things, to test things, and to start to build your systems along the way. When you're growing from 6 figures to 7 figures, you really need to have your systems dialed in, because whether it's you or whether it's a team member that's going to be putting those systems into place as you grow, you are better off doing that as you go. Because if you try and do it, and if you look back and you realize things are in a mess, and you try and figure things out and you try and fix things, it's going to take you a lot longer and it's going to be a lot harder for you to do. So the first thing that I learned, the harsh lesson that I got on my way to 7 figures, is that you can't just do the stuff that got you to 6 figures in order to get to 7. The second thing is that you don't have to use other people's business models. So a lot of my mentors have made a lot of money, a lot more money than I've even made up until this point. And when I got to 6 figures, I was learning from people who had 8-figure businesses, like $100 million businesses. And I was looking to apply everything that they taught into my business. Now, what I've realized now is that you don't have to do everything that other people do, and you don't have to choose a business model based on what somebody else thinks. So yes, I teach a nail it and scale it model, which is very much born from this space of figuring out and knowing now, having worked with 10,000 women-led businesses, I now know what works and what doesn't work at every phase of growth. So I know that we need to start off one-on-one, we then can grow into group programs, launch online courses and memberships as well. But what I tried to do, and what I did do, is I launched 11 different programs in the business and I tried to market them all at once, and it became really hard and really confusing. So a couple of years ago, I decided I was actually going to let go of some of the programs in the business, and I was going to choose to do less, I was going to choose to do what I loved, and I was going to choose to do it way better. So that has really helped us just find our flow and focus more on the driving forces of our business rather than having like all of these different things going on. So I want you to get super honest with yourself about what it is you love in your business and what it is that really works well, and decide to double down on those things. Because when I started to do that, things really started to grow so much faster. It felt way easier and it was way more fun as well. Then the third thing I want you to think about, the third lesson really that I had that was a really harsh lesson, was just because you've got a bigger team, it doesn't mean that you're always going to make more money. So I always heard everyone talking about team, hire before you're ready, just do it, just invest, because that's going to give you so much time back and you're going to be able to invest your time in the things that you really love and the things that you're good at and the things that grow the business. And that is totally true. However, you must hire team in the right way. Those team must be strategic hires. They must be hires that are going to get you a return on your investment. There must be hires for the right role at the right time, not just something that you think feels nice or you see someone else doing. So we've had cases where we've hired sales team and they've actually been better at marketing, so they were in the wrong place in the company. We've hired operations directors before we really needed them. And it was really from me having a bigger ego. And I'm like, right, I want this big business, so I'm going to make all of these hires. And it didn't serve us well, because what happened was we had a massively inflated team cost, which when you're trying to grow a business feels really, really heavy. Now I actually just have 8 people on our team, and that feels really good to me. The biggest team we had was 21 people, and actually with 8 now, we work much better than we did at 21. So I want you to listen to the wisdom and listen to the advice of others and really understand that yes, team is going to help you grow further and go faster, quicker, but also you have to make sure that those hires are measured. You have to make sure that they're strategic, and you have to make sure that they're the right people for the right role as well. So they're my 3 big lessons that I learned on my way to 7 figures. First of all, what got you to 6 figures isn't going to get you to 7 figures. Secondly, don't just listen to other people and take advice from people that are at different stages of business to you. Also make sure that it applies for your stage and phase of growth as well when it comes to your business model and your offers. And then thirdly, make sure that you're hiring team at the right time, because a bigger team doesn't mean a bigger business, and you've got to do what's right for you. So hopefully sharing these 3 harsh truths that I learned on my way to 7 figures can help you not make the same mistakes and make better choices on your ways to 7 figures too. If you like this video, I'd love for you to hit subscribe below. I'd love you to like and leave me a comment as well.